Hey, fixer-upper, this is Gwyneth. Just doing an earlier yoga class than normal because, honestly, I missed church this morning and I have to catch the service at 7. So we're doing yoga now so I can go to church later. But anyways, I'm glad you're here. I know this is kind of last minute, so if you can't catch it live, that's okay. Hopefully you'll save the video and catch it when it goes live, or whenever you want to watch it again. But either way, I'm glad you're here, if you're just kind of tuning in for a second or if you're ready to do some yoga. But it's such a beautiful day outside. I have a shady patio, so I like to do workouts out here and do yoga out here. Hopefully you have a really nice spot to do yoga this morning or this afternoon as well. Cool. Well, we'll just I'm just kind of getting set up, so we'll just kind of give it a couple minutes while people hop on, and then we'll get started at 4. But glad you're here. Hey Liza. Hey Dad. Hey Mr. Pastor Brian. Cool. Awesome. All right, so we're gonna start in a seated position. So join me on my mat. I feel like I'm in Blue's Clues or something. Just kidding. All right, we're just gonna start seated, whatever that means. I brought my Fitbit out so I could track the time, and then it literally just died. So hopefully this is about 30 minutes. We'll see how it goes. If you're ready and you're getting started, go ahead and just close your eyes. If you're outside, maybe you can tune in to some of the noises that are going on outside. From my backyard, I hear a lot of birds tweeting and the wind moving. I can hear myself breathing. So maybe wherever you are, if you're in a noisy environment, maybe try to kind of tune out some of the distractions around you. But if you're in a peaceful environment, maybe all of a sudden you can tune in or pay more attention to some noises that you don't usually hear. So I'm going to stop talking for 30 seconds. And I just want you to notice what you hear around you. Notice how it feels to be sitting on your mat. Notice how it feels to let the mat and the ground kind of support you beneath your body. Maybe you've already brought some intention into your breathing. So we're going to start lengthening our breaths and deepening our breaths. As you inhale, count to 1, 2, 3. Really try to fill up the lungs. And as you exhale, counting 1, 2, 3. We're emptying the lungs out completely. So inhale again, 1, 2, 3. And then we exhale, 1, 2, 3. Find a pace that works well for you today. It might be that that's too slow for you right now, and that's okay. To find a pace that's just working with your rhythm, just slightly lengthening out, slightly deepening out the breath. Maybe you even bring one hand to your heart. That'll be your right hand, crosses over to your left chest for your heart. Maybe the other hand comes to your belly, so that as you breathe in, you can feel your diaphragm expand and contract. When you're ready, bring your hands to wherever they want to be, on your knees, to your sides. You can keep them at your chest, to your heart, wherever you want to be. We'll bring our chin to our chest first. As you inhale, gaze up. Nice stretch all the way through. Gaze comes up. Exhale back down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Just do a couple more of this, just following your breath. Then back to center. Nice. We're going to take our right hand to our left knee, And then we're twisting, so our left hand's gonna plant behind us, gaze over your left shoulder. Chin comes back around first, other way. Left hand to right knee, right hand plants behind. Gaze comes back around, nice. Go ahead and untwist completely. We're gonna come over to our hands and knees. So while you're here, we're gonna align our shoulders over our wrists, hips over our knees. As we inhale, gaze up, arch the back. Exhale, tuck the tailbone, gaze comes to the knees. Big stretch like a scary Halloween cat ear. Inhale, gaze back up. Exhale. Hold where you need to hold a little bit longer. And back to center, good. Go ahead and inhale, bring the right hand forward, but try to keep your shoulders and hips square, okay? So we're just centering here. And then left leg comes back, and we'll hold this. You can either point the toe or flex the foot, either one. Engage your core, stay center. Exhale, release, other side. Left hand comes out first. Right foot kicks back. Square the hips, square the shoulders. As you exhale, release back down. Nice. Each side one more time. Oh, the pollen. Right hand comes back out. Left leg kicks back. Hold here, so you can stay here if you'd like, or we're gonna bring elbow to knee. Engage the core as we pull in. Exhale, extend. One more time. Inhale, pull in. Exhale, extend. Release down, other side. Square the hips. You can stay here, or for a little challenge, bring the elbow to knee. Hold, exhale, release. Inhale together. Exhale, release. And all the way down. Good. Shake it out a little bit. Nice, nice, nice. We're going to bring our hands forward just a hair, tuck our toes, and lift our hips up for downward facing dog. So first one of the day, we can start with a couple, like pedaling out the feet. So bend one knee at a time. I like to call this pedaling out the feet, but some teachers call it walking your dog. Either one is good. We're just kind of switching, focusing one leg at a time. Once you feel good, kind of bring your feet to hips distance. Heels reach down towards the mat as your hips reach high, pressing each finger into the mat completely. Look up to your hands. We'll tiptoe the top of our mat. Find that your forward fold here. Feet are hips distance. Let your arms hang completely or hold opposite elbows. Release your neck and we'll sway gently side to side. Come back to center. Bend the knees slightly. We inhale, come all the way up, arms overhead. And exhale, hands to heart. Nice job. Kind of shake it out a little bit. Good. Next inhale, we come all the way up again. As we exhale, we'll come back into our fold. Plant the hands, step back to high plank. Good. Engage your core, hold here, or come down to your knees, whichever is a good option. And then as we come down, elbows skim by the sides of the body. We come all the way down to our belly. Inhale, chest lifts. Exhale to child's pose. Hips reach back to heels. Big stretch, forehead to the mat. Reaching forward with your fingertips. Find that breath that's extended here. Inhale, come back up through center. Tuck your toes, lift the hips. Pedal out the feet again if you need to. Look up to your hands and take a big step or hop to the top of your mat. Bend the knees slightly. We inhale, come all the way up, arms overhead. Exhale, hands to heart. Nice job. We're gonna do that one more time, just a little bit faster. So we inhale, arms overhead, exhale, fold, plant the hands, step back to high plank. Stay here, come to your knees. We exhale down to our bellies. Inhale, chest lifts, and exhale to child's pose. Take 2 cycles of breath here. Then inhale, back up through center. Tuck your toes, lift the hips. And this time, walk your hands back to your feet. Come up to stand at the back of your mat. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Nice job. So shake it out a little bit. Then we're gonna take a big step forward with the right foot. So right foot forward, left foot comes back. Hopefully you can see my foot is parallel to the back of the mat here. And then we're gonna have a good lunge in our front leg for warrior 2. So we're reaching forward with the right hand, reaching back with the left. Energy through the arms, so they're not just kind of limp here, they're shooting energy out, both fingertips, both directions. If we held this all day, that would be a good workout. Flip the front hand, reach back for reverse warrior. So this hand can come to the back leg or tuck behind to the small of the back. We'll reach back towards reverse warrior. Nice side body stretch here. Inhale, back up through center. Exhale, elbow to knee, reach forward with the left hand this time. Stack the shoulders on top of each other for extended side angle. Inhale, back up through center, good. Hold here, we're gonna do that one more time, okay? I know the legs are getting a little bit burning. So we're gonna flip the front hand, reach back, reverse warrior. Don't forget the lunge. Sometimes the tendency is to straighten the leg here. Keep your leg in that lunge. Inhale, back up through center. Exhale, elbow to knee. Reach forward with the left. Extended side angle. Nice, reach all the way up. Finally, hands frame the front foot. Pivot the back heel. Step back to downward facing dog. And walk your hands back to your feet. Inhale, come all the way up. Arms overhead. Exhale, hands to heart. We're going to do the other side now. So left foot comes forward this time, right foot back. Check your alignments. Good lunge in the front knee. Left foot forward, right foot back. Good. So make sure you're all in alignment. Then we'll flip the front hand. Back arm comes to the small of our back. Reach back for reverse warrior. Inhale up through center. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, back up. Good. Remember, we're doing it one more time. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, back up through center. All the way down, elbow to knee. Reach forward. And come back up through center one more time. This time we'll do our full salutation. So hands frame the front foot, step back, high plank. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, chest lifts. Then exhale to child's pose. On your next inhale, come back up through tabletop. Tuck the toes, lift the hips for downward facing dog. Walk your hands back to your feet. And come all the way up, arms overhead. Exhale, hands to heart. Nice job. How are we doing? We doing okay? Hey Bethany, hey Kaylee, hey Miles. Wonderful. I'm gonna grab a sip of water and then we're gonna move into some of our balancing moves. So grab a sip if you need it too. All right, so the first one, well first let's kind of talk about what you need to know for balancing moves. If your balance isn't great, go ahead and hold on to something or have something nearby that you can hold on to, because I don't want you to fall at home just because I don't want you to. Your left foot's going to anchor into the mat. And when I say that, you want all four corners, so like the balls of the foot and the heel, rooting into the ground. And then the right foot for tree pose is either going to kickstand right here. This is like level 1. You're going to come up to mid calf for level 2, or you're going to tuck into the inner thigh for level 3. All the levels are good, it's just where you are today. So just find what works for you. Hands pressing each palm into each other, not resting on the chest, but slightly outside the body. When you feel stable, when you have that focus on the ground or in the mirror or wherever you're doing yoga, go ahead and bring your arms out to the side for tree pose. Reaching, taking up space. Shoulders away from the ears, crown of the head lifted. Good, one more. Hands come back to heart as you exhale. Release the foot down, nice and gently, and we'll shake it out. Good job. Other side, right foot anchors in all four corners, rooting down. Left foot can kickstand here, mid-calf here, or tuck into the inner thigh. We usually have one side that's a little more balanced than the other, so if you're a little more wobbly or less wobbly on the side, that's okay. So hands are pressed together. We're feeling stable. When you're ready, we'll grow our branches out to the side. Reach, reach, reach. Crown of the head is lifted high, shoulders down the back, and there's energy shooting out of the fingertips. Good, one more inhale. Exhale, hands come to heart and release down. Good, shake it out, nice job. So for our second balancing pose today, there are again 3 levels or 3 options for you. We're going to start the same way with our left foot anchored in. So level 1 is we're going to anchor this in. We're going to hold our knee in our hand and open our knee to the side. Okay, so that's kind of the first option there. Option 2 is you're going to take your peace sign and your middle finger, or your peace sign fingers, pointer and middle, and then you're going to wrap around your big toe. And then seal that grasp with your thumb. So we're going to stay just like this, no extension or anything. We're just holding ourselves high as we hold our big toe in our yogi grip. That's option 2. Option 3 is even hard for me, so we're going to practice just extending that leg out and holding here for our balancing pose, okay? So again, we have 3 options: knee out to the side, pointer finger, or play around with extending the leg out, okay? Find what works for you. That left hand can kind of work as a counterbalance there. But we're just breathing through it. Yoga is practice, so there's no pressure whether you're doing it or not doing it or anything like that. Good, take one more breath where you are. Bring your knee back to center or release your foot down. Nice, shake it out. We're gonna do the other side. So right foot anchors in, same options. We have our knee, we have our fingers, or we have our extension, okay? So decide what you want to do today. Center yourself, find your point of focus on the ground or in front of you, and we'll get going. So knee or peace fingers and thumb, or extension out. So hold wherever you are. Take one more breath together. Bring it back in, back to center, release down. Good, nice job. We feel okay? Awesome. All right, let's head back down to our mat, and we're just gonna end with a little bit of stretching. Perfect. So come on down. Let's bring our left foot out long. Right foot's gonna tuck into the inner thigh. It's one of my favorite stretches, so we do it a lot. But lift all the way up overhead, nice and tall. Exhale, hinging from the hips forward, release down the leg. Release your neck. walk your hands back up. Inhale, stretch one more time, up, good, release. Switch sides. Inhale, nice and tall. Exhale, walk, hinge forward from the hips over that extended leg, release down. When you're ready, walk your hands back up. Nice job. Let's bring both soles of the feet to the mat. Sit up nice and tall. Good. Hands are going to come back behind us. We're going to work on supported bridge today. So chest is lifted, shoulders are back, and fingertips are off the mat. We're going to come and we're going to lift the legs so we can stay just like this if this is comfortable. Or you can work on straightening the legs out, engaging our core, still lifting our chest up. So either one is fine. One more breath in, release down. Back to butterfly, soles of the feet together. Sit up straight and hinge forward from the hips. Come back up one more time, supported bridge. Hands behind you. When you're ready, inhale, lift the legs up. So stay bent or work on straightening the legs out. Chest lifted. One more breath in. Release down. Butterfly one more time. Sit up tall and then fold forward. Go ahead and inhale, come back up. We're going to come over to hands and knees. Tuck the toes and lift the hips for downward facing dog. From here, we're going to lift the right leg to the sky. And as we come through, we're going to bring our right knee to our right hand and then have a diagonal line as our heel comes across. But you're going to square the hips off, release the toes, bring the back knee down. We're going to get ready for half pigeon pose. So ideally, your foot's going to be parallel to the top of the mat. That's really hard on the hips sometimes. So if you need to bring that diagonal down a bit, go ahead. Keep the foot flexed so that you're protecting your knee joint. Stay here or make your way down to your elbows or all the way down to your forehead. Use your breath to deepen the stretch, inhaling to lengthen, exhaling to come a little bit deeper, breathing space into those tight crevices of the hips. When you're ready, we'll take our next inhale, slowly come back up to your hands. We're going to tuck the back toes, lift the back knee up, then press all the way up to downward facing dog and pedal out the feet. Great job. Go ahead and bring your left leg to the sky. We'll come all the way through again, left knee to left hand with a diagonal down. And we're going to come into our half pigeon pose. So take your time. Each side is a little different. So stay here or come down to your elbows or all the way down to your forehead. Just find what works for you today. No pressure wherever you are. On your next inhale, we'll come back up to our hands. Tuck the back toes, lift the back knee, press all the way back up. Downward facing dog, pedal out the feet. Come down to your knees and we're gonna do a little bit of a puppy pose. So untuck, it's like child's pose, but keep your hips off your heels and bring your chest down. Nice deep shoulder stretch. So walk your hands all the way back up and come to a seat. We're going to come down to our backs and bring both knees into your chest. So just give yourself a little hug here, pulling the knees into the chest. Arms are going to come out to the sides, and we're going to drop both knees together to the right. With the knees to the right, your gaze can come over the left shoulder for a full supine twist. Inhale, knees come back to center. Exhale to the left. Gaze comes to the right. Bring your knees to center. We'll grab the outside edges of your feet for happy baby, pulling knees towards the ground, rocking gently side to side. Good. Pull the heels back down. We'll bring the legs all the way out. And as you close your eyes, I want you to think about the things that you noticed at the beginning of your practice today. What you were hearing, what you were feeling. Have things changed at all? I hear a little bit more wind, a little less birds. Notice in your body where you still might be holding on to tension, starting in the fingers and toes, moving up the arms and legs, coming into your torso, releasing through your abdominal muscles, releasing through your chest and shoulders, releasing through your neck and jaw. There's no need to hold on to any of that right now. Let your breath become natural and enjoy just a few moments of Shavasana. We'll go ahead and bring some life back into our fingers and toes. Just little wiggles through your hands and feet. Take a big inhale to bring life back into the lungs. And exhale. On your next inhale, pull your knees into your chest, give them a hug. And it's your choice here, whatever you prefer. You can take a few rocks and roll up to a seated position, or you can roll to the side and press yourself up to a seat. Or take your time, we'll just meet together in a seated position. You can keep your eyes closed here. We're just going to enjoy a little bit of seated meditation first. Bring that right hand back to your heart and your left hand back to your diaphragm. Try to press so that you can really feel your heart beating through your chest. You can feel your breath coming in and out while your hand rests. Try to root down into you and your own body this week, thinking about how your heart is beating and how you have breath in your lungs. And that is such a thing that we can be thankful for, just right off the bat, is that our heart beats and that we have air that we can breathe. This week, try to be extra mindful of the things that you can be thankful for. Even in times of unrest and uncertainty. Remember to love everyone else just as you are loved. Thank you guys for joining me tonight. We're going to end with Namaste, which just means the light in me acknowledges the light in you. So, Namaste. Thank you guys so much for joining me. We'll be back next week. Honestly, I don't know what time. I kind of liked 4 o'clock, but it kind of depends on just life. So stay tuned. Thank you. The video will be available afterwards, so you can watch it later. But we will see you soon. Thank you guys so much.